You're a loser. You're a failure. You're weak. Have you ever heard this before? Maybe it came from someone close to you. Maybe it came from someone you expected support from, or worse still, maybe it came from within yourself. That voice, that judgment, that phrase that destroys you inside, it's not true. But let me ask you, how many times have you believed it? Now stop and think. If you were truly weak, if you were truly a loser, do you think you'd be here right now, breathing, fighting, trying? A loser gives up. A failure quits at the first obstacle. And you're here. You're listening to this because deep down, you know you can be more, that you are more. Look at everything you've been through. How many times has life knocked you down? How many times did it seem like there was no way out, but somehow you found a way to keep going? That's not weakness. That's strength. That's the essence of a winner. But do you know what the problem is? It's not what others say about you. It's what you say to yourself. Are you letting those words define you? Are you accepting that narrative as if it were the truth? Because let me remind you of something. You are not what others say. You are what you do with what they say. If you're here today reading this, it's because there's something special about you. Something that brought you this far, that made you resist when everything seemed lost. That strength, that resilience is inside you, waiting to be used. But first, you need to silence that voice, the one that says you're not capable, that you don't deserve it, because it's lying. And do you know how you prove it wrong? Not by arguing with it, by taking action. Do you think you're a loser? Then tell me, why are you still standing? Why are you still trying? Why haven't you given up? Because deep down, you know. You know there's something inside you that sets you apart. Something that makes you keep going, even when everything seems impossible. That phrase they told you, that lie you believed for so long. Today, it needs to die. Today, you will decide you are no longer a hostage to other people's words, that you are no longer a prisoner of your doubts, because you didn't make it this far by accident. You made it because you're a winner. Winning isn't about having the most expensive car, the most beautiful house, or the job everyone envies. Those are just external results, things that shine on the outside but don't fill you up inside. Do you know what winning really means? It's waking up every day and looking in the mirror with pride. It's knowing that, despite all the challenges, you're giving your best, living your truth, and building your story. Think about this. The world loves to show what success looks like. Social media is full of incredible trips, luxury cars, perfect lives. But do you know what no one tells you? That none of that matters if inside you're empty. Because true victory isn't about impressing others. It's about overcoming yourself. It's about facing your fears, your limitations, and coming out stronger on the other side. Imagine a race. It doesn't matter how many people are watching. It doesn't matter if the track is long or short. What matters is that you're running with everything you've got. Because winning isn't about crossing the finish line with a trophy in hand. It's about knowing that during the race you gave every ounce of effort, every bit of courage. That's what counts. Victory is personal. It's unique for each of us. For some, it might be finding the strength to get out of bed on a difficult day. For others, it might be achieving a dream that seemed impossible. But what these victories have in common is that they start within us. They start with the decision not to give up. So let me ask you, what does winning mean to you? Is it overcoming something that's holding you back from being who you want to be? Is it being an example for your children, your family? Is it proving to yourself that you're stronger than you thought? Whatever it is, let me remind you of one thing. Victory isn't out there. It begins inside, the moment you decide to fight. And do you know what's most beautiful? True victory is never perfect. It comes with scars, sleepless nights, and days when you almost gave up. But that's exactly what makes it so special, because it's real, it's yours. So stop thinking that winning is about having more or looking better. Stop comparing yourself to others. Winning is about being better than you were yesterday. It's about taking one step forward when everything in you wants to stop. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and that's enough. Winning isn't about what you have. It's about who you're becoming. And if you keep giving your best day after day, victory will be inevitable because it has already started inside you. Remember, challenges aren't your enemies. They are your teachers. Every problem, every fall, every painful moment is a lesson life gives you, preparing you for something greater. You know that discomfort you feel? That weight that seems unbearable? That's exactly what's making you stronger. Think about working out at the gym. When you lift a weight, your muscles ache, right? They burn, and for a moment it feels like you won't make it. But do you know what's happening in that moment? Your muscles are rebuilding, becoming stronger, more resilient. Life works the same way. Every challenge you face is like lifting a weight. It feels hard. It feels like you won't endure, but in the end, you come out stronger. How many times have you gone through something that seemed impossible? That situation where you thought, I'll never get through this, but you did. And today, when you look back, you see that it shaped you, prepared you, and made you who you are. Because growth doesn't come from comfort, it comes from struggle. Now, let me tell you something people don't like to say. Challenges won't disappear. Life will always put something in your way, but it's not to knock you down, it's to lift you up. Every obstacle that arises is a chance to prove yourself, to learn, to grow stronger. Challenges are the training grounds of winners. It's where you discover what you're made of. Imagine you're a sword being forged. Steel doesn't become a powerful weapon without going through fire. It needs to be heated, shaped, struck. And so are you. Every difficulty is a strike that shapes you. Every pain is the heat that transforms you. And the more you go through this, the more resilient you become. You know what's interesting? Those who run from challenges never grow. They choose the easier path, but that path leads nowhere. On the other hand, those who face difficulties, who look at problems and say, I'm going to overcome this, are the ones who build a strength that no one can take away. They come out on the other side stronger, more prepared, more capable. So the next time a challenge appears, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what can I learn from this? How will this make me better? Because every challenge is an opportunity, a chance to show yourself that you're stronger than you thought. Challenges aren't here to destroy you. They're here to train you. And the more you face, the stronger you get. So get up, face them, and use every difficulty as the fuel to push you even further. What are you waiting for? A miracle? Someone to come and fix your life? Are you waiting for the world to adjust to give you the perfect opportunity? Let me tell you a hard truth. No one is going to fight your fight. No one is going to carry the weight that's yours to bear. If you want to change your life, there's only one person who can do it. You. It's tough to hear that, isn't it? Because it's so much easier to blame the circumstances, the timing, other people. But the truth is, while you're standing still, waiting for something or someone to save you, time is passing. And the world, it doesn't stop. It won't wait for you. And the more you wait, the further behind you'll fall. Do you know that sense of injustice you sometimes feel? That idea of, it's not fair that I have to face all this alone? Maybe it's not fair. But fairness was never a rule of the game. The rule is either you do it or you stay behind. It's that simple. And when you understand that, something changes inside you, because you realize that the only thing truly in your control is your attitude. You have two options: keep waiting or start acting. If you keep waiting, nothing will change. A year from now, 5 years from now, you'll be in the same place with the same problems, the same excuses. But if you start acting today, right now, you're taking the first step to breaking that cycle, and it doesn't have to be a big step, it just needs to be a step. Let me share a secret. True strength comes when you take control. When you stop waiting for someone to rescue you and decide that you're going to be your own hero. Because deep down, no one knows what you want as much as you do. No one feels your pain, your dreams, your fears. Only you know what it's like to live in your skin. And only you can change that. Think about it. If you don't do it, who will? Your friends, your family, number. They can support you, but the work is yours. The effort is yours. The decision is yours. And you know what? That's liberating. Because it means you don't need anyone to start. You already have everything you need. It's all within you, waiting for you to use it. So stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Stop saying you don't have time, that you're unlucky, that no one helps you. You have the strength. You have the ability. And most importantly, you have the choice. The choice to get up now, to start now, to take control of your life and never let it slip away again. No one will do this for you, but you don't need anyone to start. The decision is in your hands. And when you understand that, when you truly take control, you become unstoppable. A winner never gives up. A winner never runs from the fight. Who's counting on you? Have you stopped to think about that? It could be your children, who look up to you as an example of strength and resilience. It could be your parents, who have sacrificed so much to give you a chance. Or it could be that version of you from the past, the one who dreamed big, who believed they could conquer the world, and who's still waiting for you to fulfill the promise you made to yourself. Everyone needs a why, because the path isn't easy. There will be days when you want to give up, when everything feels too heavy. It's in those moments that your why will lift you up. It will remind you that you're not just fighting for yourself, you're fighting for something bigger. Think about your children. They don't need you to be perfect. They need you to be present, to show them what it means to never give up. Every step you take, every battle you face is teaching them that it's worth fighting. And do you know what's most beautiful? One day, they'll remember everything you did, everything you endured, and they'll say, my dad, my mom never gave up, and neither will I. And your parents? How many times have they given up things for you? How many no's did they swallow? How many sleepless nights? How many dreams set aside to give you a better opportunity? They didn't do it for you to stay still. They did it because they believed there was something special about you. Don't let that sacrifice be in vain. Now think about yourself. Yes, you. That child who imagined an incredible life full of achievements. That teenager who promised they would change everything, who would achieve the impossible. So, would that younger version of you be proud of the person you've become today, or would they ask you, why did you stop? Why did you give up on me?